Dobry den,
Zdravejte!
and welcome back to our little Bulgarian adventure.
Our big news this week is around cats.
Yes, Kira Cat, after our video last week, was finally signed off by the vets.
Yeah, they're very pleased with the progress he's making.
Yeah, he didn't need any stitches for the wound. It's all healed up on its own. And he's now back home with no more vet visits, which he's quite happy about, I think.
I think so. I don't think he likes going in the car.
Though I do think they'll miss him.
I think they will.
We'd like to put a recommendation in for our vet, because they were fantastic.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Dr. Stefano speaks English.
Yes, very well.
And they also do home visits. So from anybody living in this region, we really recommend them.
Yes, it's easier to get them here to vaccinate the cats and dogs than to get all the cats and dogs in to be vaccinated.
So yeah, we're going to book that in for the beginning of May. We have to leave it that long just to give the cats enough time
To make sure they're fully
inwards.
recovered, yeah.
So beginning of May, she's going to come out and vaccinate all of our animals for us. And then we can get the dogs neutered.
Yes.
Because we don't want puppies. So after our good news on Friday, we spent Saturday celebrating.
We did, as I may have mentioned last week.
It was Adam's birthday.
It was indeed, yes. And we thought we'd spend the day like this. If you've seen these before, you know where we spent my birthday. That's right, Veliko, Tarnovo. Veliko, Tarnovo, or the City of the Tsars as it's sometimes known, was the capital of the Second Bulgarian Empire. It's famous for its stunning views, as you can see here. The city is built on the hills around the Yantra River. Looking across the city, you can see a large hotel. There's also the monument to the Assassins, which is the spike with the 4 horsemen around it. And the building in the middle, just behind it, is the Boris Denov Art Gallery. We did find the local craft beer shop. It's a craft beer shop and a bar. We spoke to the owner, who was very knowledgeable, and he's also a home brewer, so we got on well. The range of beers was excellent. The draft beer couldn't be faulted. We tried a few of those. If you enjoy your craft beer, I would highly recommend this place if you ever visit the city. It's called Zaverna, and it's on the main road as you walk through VT. Here you can see 2 very happy customers. We went all the way to the entrance to the Tsarovets fortress. You can see it up there on the hillside. Turning to the left, you can see the remains of the Trapezitsa fortress. This is to the back of VT and not the side the tourists usually look at, but you'll also agree the views from the houses must be quite impressive. After all our walking about, we'd built up quite an appetite. We had dinner at the Scala. This restaurant is highly recommended. The pizzas are freshly made. You can watch the chef throwing the dough in the air before they cook it in their purpose-built pizza oven. We did briefly get caught in some heavy rain. This rain seemed to be heading across the country. We followed it all the way home. You can see from these pictures, either side of this band of cloud, it was a lovely day. Right in the middle though, there was some heavy rain. This shows how changeable the Bulgarian weather can be at this time of year. All in all, I had a lovely birthday, and thank you for everybody for the birthday wishes they sent.
Yeah, we had a really lovely day in VT. And the meal we had at the restaurant at the end of the day was lovely.
It was, yes.
Very nice. Perfect pizza and excellent coffee.
Yeah, very good coffee.
Which they seemed quite proud of.
They were, and rightly so.
Yeah. So we thoroughly recommend them as well. They did speak English.
Yeah, and he wished me a very happy birthday.
He did. We'd just like to point out we don't get any freebies or anything from anybody we recommend. We always ask at the end of our visit if we can mention them. We never say at the beginning or anything like that. We always wait till we've had a good visit, then ask them.
And we don't presume that they want to be put in our videos either. So
no, so we do ask them, and they both the craft beer shop and the restaurant said they were happy, as did the vet.
Absolutely.
One thing I did find quite odd about our visit to VT was the lack of mask wearing. They're not needed now to go into shops or to go into anywhere. And it's just strange not seeing people's mouths again.
Yes, it's taken a little bit of getting used to. The regulations did change here on the 1st of April. and everyone's taking full advantage.
Yeah, it was quite weird. Quite nice, but quite weird.
Yeah. But hopefully it's a step back to some form of normality.
Well, Sunday we got back to work, didn't we?
We did, yes.
We had beautiful weather again.
Absolutely stunning. The temperatures are rising. The sun is shining more often than not.
Well, it did all the beginning of the week, didn't it?
Yeah. And so we took the chance to do this. This is how we left the porch at the end of last week. I'd finished the framework for one side. It all went in as planned. The next step was to do this framework on the other side. And we've now completed the framework on the second side, complete with the door. That's in position, all ready to go. Our next step is cladding. We're getting the panelling, putting across from the side wall, working our way across, keeping it vertical. So far so good. And this is how it's looking on the inside. Once we've worked our way all the way across and round the corner, we'll be fully enclosed at the bottom. This is the inside now that we've put the cladding up. It gives protection from the wind. And it also keeps the dogs out when they're in the garden. And here it is from the outside. There'll be a little shelf or lip that goes along the top. But once that's painted and the railings are painted the same colour, you won't even notice they're there. It should certainly help turn the porch into a more usable space. We've now clad the second side and the door. The next job to be done is to install the cat flap. The cat flap's now in place. We've reused the old one, and although it's been cleaned, as soon as the cat started using it, it got dirty again. A slight error of design maybe, but Tilly can also get through it. So I guess it's a cat and dog flap. But it's in place, ready to go now. All we have to do next is paint. We're now painting. This is the green that we're using, which is the closest to Bulgarian green we could find. It's a very slow process, and we have to fit in around the animals, so it means we can't do it during the middle of the day when the dogs are running around. So it's an evening job, and it's going to take a few evenings, we think. We've now got 3/4 of the base painted with its first coat. The plan was to continue painting yesterday, but high winds and rain stopped that plan. As a result, we haven't quite finished the porch. We've still got to finish the painting, put the net up, and I'm trying to find a latch and a door closing thing, but I don't seem to be able to find them in Bulgaria. I can get them from Amazon, but I'm going to continue looking and we'll come up with something. If anybody knows where I can get them in Bulgaria, let us know. But in the meantime, it looks like this project's going to be finished next week.
We were hampered a little bit by the weather, weren't we?
We were.
On Thursday?
Yes, we had high winds and rain, as I mentioned. But We will get there. It's a process that we just have to fit in with weather, with animals, all sorts of bits and pieces.
Yes, not easy painting with 3 dogs and 7 cats.
No. And also finding the materials. As I mentioned, I need a closing, basically just a closing spring type thing and a latch. I'd rather buy them from a Bulgarian company or something here in Bulgaria rather than use Amazon.
So if anybody knows, please
If you
let
do
us know.
yeah, absolutely. I'm desperate to find them. That way I can finish the job.
So that's about it for us this week, isn't it?
I think it might be, yes.
Yeah, it's been a lovely week. We're due to get to temperatures of 27 degrees this weekend.
Oh, yes.
Though I think we get rain again on Sunday. But the garden needs it.
It does. So we'll carry on doing what we can.
Yeah. And see how we get on next week.
Absolutely. So until then,
Doskoro.
Doskolo, stay safe.
Stay well.
And we'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.